All right, what's happening, y'all? I'm gonna wait for some more people to come into the room, and if so, guys, if you can, please tap the screen. And I teach about real estate investing, so if y'all have any questions about real estate investing, guys, put it in the chats. All I talk about is the buy and hold because I ran out to Section 8. Hold on one second. I ran out to Section 8, and I've been doing this for quite some time. I actually started out in 2000. But I enjoy doing this, and even more so, I love teaching people because I've been able to take, break the, code in my family. Like we all struggle with financial freedom, and I was able to do it through real estate. And like I said, I like coming on here and teaching people about real estate because it was really the bridge between financial freedom and being and on poverty. And I wouldn't say I was on poverty. It was just that I was living check to check. It felt like poverty. I had a six-figure job working at these plants, but I'll admit it looked good from the outside, but the reality was I was extremely unhappy because having two kids and a wife, it just seemed like to me I was just working to live, and I didn't really like that. So the day-to-day grind, the 12-hour shifts, being away all the time, it just wore on me. So I started to think, I said, man, there's got to be a better way out here. And it's not, I'm not lazy. But I knew there was a better way to make income without having to spend all my time. So I started hanging around people that were getting success like I wanted it, right? And I started watching people. And I already had a knack always wanting to do real estate investing. I always had that drive to want to do that, but I never actually pursued it. The problem was once I had my back up against the wall, then that's when I decided, okay, let me try something different. What's that back up against my wall? The wall? Well, when I got laid off. And that was the turning point for me. You see, sometimes, guys, we don't really dig deep inside of our soul and in our eyes and our potential until something bad happens to us. And that's not always the good case, right? So I'd gotten laid off from corporate America. That was the turning point for me. And that let me know that there's something better out here. And that's what pushed me. And that's what keeps the fire up under me all the time because I knew that if I went to another job, all I was going to do was be at their position, whatever they wanted me to do. And I says, I can't keep doing that. See, most people will let themselves do that. And, all I say is at a minimum, at least have a backup plan. For me, being at 25 years old, it wasn't about cars, it wasn't about jewelry or big houses. I just wanted my time back. See, most people don't even think like that, especially at 25. Having two young kids and a wife, all I wanted to do was spend time because I realized at a young age that life is short, we all do, but then you start to realize too, like, man, if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, I'm not going to get ahead. And that was me, even though I made great money, the job, I knew I wasn't going to get ahead. And I was thinking, man, I got to do this for the next 40 years. And this is what I live for. Sometimes you got to sit back and think about that. I mean, is that what you want to live for? Working for somebody else, making somebody else's dreams come true? You could do real estate. That's just one. I'm just showing you one way. And people tend to have this thought process. I know I did. I thought that I had to have millions of dollars, but you don't. You're not paying cash for the properties, right? And it's all about leverage. I'm using other people's money to go get these deals. And you can too. It's something called creative finance. You just use other people's money. And once I understood that concept and I could get cash flow every single month and I could link with the government and get paid every single month guaranteed, after that it was a no-brainer for me. So that's what I like to do is come out here and teach people, yes, you can do this. You really can. All right? Somebody said, you are a real estate investor? Yeah, of course. That's what I am. I'm a real estate investor. It says it right here, real estate investor. 17 single-family houses and 2 apartment complexes. And I've been doing it for a long time. Great. Awesome. Enjoy Now says, I'm a mortgage loan officer. Awesome. But yeah, being a real estate investor is something that I've been enjoying for the last 25 years, and I haven't stopped. But more so, I love teaching people how to do this because there's so much potential out here. right? So much potential. And I'm just telling you that you could be able to do this too. And the best part about being a real estate investor, I'm going to tell you something. You don't need a degree. You don't need a license. Okay. You don't need a degree or the license to buy properties, put them in your company name or in your name, and rent these things out to Section 8. That's the best. You don't need to go to college for this. Matter of fact, to be quite honest with you, there's not a lot of professors out there that have actually experienced it. They're just going by the books, right? Because that's what they're taught to do. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that me as an investor, I've actually done it for the past 25 years. So you're learning from somebody that's actually doing it and done it in the past. So, but yeah, if y'all have any questions about real estate investing, and all I teach, I state this all the time, I'm not into the rent arbitrage. I'm not into the fix and flip. All I do is buy these properties and rent them out. And that's how you build your true wealth. That's how you build your true wealth. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I started when I did. I'm just glad that I'm not at the mercy of corporate America like I used to be. But I decided, you know what, I don't want to do that no more. So that's why I do this. Doing this is something that, is achievable, okay? What type of class neighborhoods, class A, B markets do you invest? I invest in C markets, but I turn them into about a C plus, B minus. I like to buy properties that are below market value, distressed properties, and then get these things turned around. But what he's asking here is, Nick Hertz, what he's asking here, guys, is there's different classes. You have A class, B class, C class, and D class. And it's rated on the area, so to speak. So A class would be the high end, and then the D class or F class would be the real bad area, and everything in between there is like it progresses. I don't want to be in the A class because my profits are going to not be as much, but I don't want to be in the hood either. Okay, that's a great question. I don't want to be in the worst area. There's a sweet spot. All right, I want to go. I like what Carlton Sheets used to say. I like to go in the bread and butter areas where most people can afford. Okay, it's not that expensive, not high, not Hollywood, but it's not Crenshaw either. All right, so it's just there's a sweet spot. So are you at 3% rule? I don't do all that. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't do all that 1% rule and 3% rule. I don't do all that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just never have I done that. I don't think that's important. I think you can miss out on opportunities. I've never done it. Never done it. I just go by. I use software programs to help me find deals. I use realtors to help me find deals. And as far as the numbers, I used a software program and it lays everything out. Me personally, on every single deal, I want to at least get, and this is just me because everybody's different, I want to at least get a 15 to 20% rate of return, ROI. Everybody's going to be different. That's the good thing about real estate. But if I can get at least 15 to 20% ROI on my money and have my money working for me, that's the name of the game. I don't get too stringent on I need to have a 1% rule, a 3% rule. That's not important to me. Because I get over that, by the way. That's small to me. That is very small. I can get more than market rent for a lot of my properties because what I do is, one thing is I rent to Section 8, but there are times when I do traveling nurses and insurance companies, so I can get twice as much rent. So that's why I'm saying I don't really pay attention to all that. But I understand where you're coming from, Nick Hertz. All right? But if y'all will, guys, if y'all can tap the screen, speaking of Section 8, I always show you this, that, Section 8 is in most cities. It's in a lot of cities. So, guys, if y'all come in, if you can, I'm really big on engagement and just, tapping the screen. And if you ask me questions to answer them, because this is a platform that I'm trying to help people out. The only way you'll learn is by asking questions. And the good thing is I'm doing this for free. Right? I know a lot of people don't really care, but I mean, from my perspective, it's my time. I decided I got a consultation, I got a mentorship in another hour. I decided to hop on real quick. All right. Hey man, what are the benefits of investing in real estate investing? Good. I'll tell you what the benefits are. If you could just tap the screen, my goal is to get to 75,000 likes. I laugh every time. I'll never get there, but I like for people to reach, and I like for people to really tap the screen because it helps the algorithm. But let me answer the question: what are the benefits of real estate? Well, there's a lot. You're building wealth. Okay, so over time, the longer that you hold them, the more money you'll make. And I'll show you on my board in a little bit, by the way. Number two, I get paid every single month guaranteed. So it doesn't even matter what the market does. Because I link up with Section 8. All right, so I get paid through the government. And I show people how to do this. I just had a class yesterday. And then number three, the write-offs. Okay, so it puts you in a whole nother stratosphere. Right? You get to save on taxes. That's why a lot of people do real estate investing, so they can save on taxes. And number four, the depreciation. So it's a paper loss, which helps you out again on your write-offs. And then number five is the fifth thing, is that with real estate, it just goes up in value. There's no way around it. Okay? Real estate goes up in value and you can benefit. The longer that you hold on to it, the better. Okay? Matter of fact, I always do this. I like to show my deals, so I'm being totally transparent. But did that answer? Hopefully that answered your question. I just gave you five. There's actually more. You can beat inflation. Okay, it beats inflation. You have your money working for you, and those things are key. This is what when I started to realize I needed to start to buy assets like real estate. That's the benefits. And I've just gone nothing but up from here as far as my finance, simply because I understood and learned a new skill that anybody can learn. You don't need a degree. You don't need a license for this. All right. Trump going to crash the economy. Wait for crash. I like what Glam 2025 says. He says, I can see he's very smart because what he's saying, he's not being negative, but he's just saying, and he said, wait for the crash because he understands the best time to buy real estate or start businesses is during a crash. I don't know. Nobody knows when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen. All I'm saying is that when it does, because we don't know when, you got to be prepared. And one good thing is to be prepared for is get a lot of learning and information. That's the key. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't know what to do with this information or get it, then it's not going to do you any good. But that's a good point. And that's what I like to do. I like to buy during downtimes, during crashes. It's hard for people to understand that concept. Most people want to buy at the peak of the market when things are booming real quick. I don't want that. I want to buy investment deals like I always do during crashes. Or I always buying properties like when people are distressed. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Like, let me give you an example. I bought many properties where people were going through a divorce and it became a win-win situation. Like, they want to hurry up and sell their properties because they're having a split. They don't want to go to the courts or they're going to the courts. They understand the cost of holding the property on. It costs more money. And they want somebody like myself to come through and buy it. And I get it at a discounted price. All right? Somebody says, I'm so prepared for it. I'm hoping it happens. Oh, it will happen. We just don't know when. The economy is cyclical. That's just the way it is. It's cyclical. So I just say for those that are real estate investors and they're smart and they really understand the concept, yeah, that's key. You want to buy it during the downtime. And even people are still so I wouldn't say naive, but some people still think, well, even during the downtime, man, I want to wait for it to get to the bottom. You don't know when the bottom is. Just look, here's the real key. Just buy. It doesn't matter what time of the year. It doesn't matter if we're in an upturn or downturn. Just buy. And that's the reality. You're never going to be able to time the market. There's never a perfect time. It just don't work like that. And a lot of people really believe like that. But I am just saying that when you have a downturn, right, that is a great time to buy because everything is going to be at a discount. But you don't need to wait for it, okay? The best price is today's price. Well, I mean, the real key is the longer that people wait to get into real estate, the more expensive it's going to get later on. And that's the truth. The longer that you wait, also, the less time you have to enjoy your dreams. And these are just facts. Forget all statistics, forget numbers. It's just a reality. The longer that people wait, okay, the longer that you wait, the less time you have to enjoy your life. And that's how I looked at it at the age of 25. That's why I was just getting it. I started buying properties. I said, you know what? I'm going to make this happen because I don't want to keep exchanging time for wages. I don't want to keep being broke all the time. I don't want to keep being away from my family. That was the motivation to make me say, you know what? I'm going to make this happen and I'm going to get started today. That's how a real, true real estate investor thinks. They don't sit there and try to wait on the market. They don't wait for the perfect time. They don't wait on the interest rates. They say, you know what? I got to start now. No opportunity wasted. A lot of people waste a lot of opportunity. They waste a lot of time on, well, social media platform, scrolling away, watching other people make their dreams come true while we sit here and watch others. So really think about that. Just get in and get started. That's how you become successful. Just get started. All right. Let me show you some deals out here if y'all will. Now, again, I'm big on taps. I have been known to leave and just cut my live short simply because if I don't see any participation, I'm just going to bounce. There's three other social media platforms that I go to, and I go to them. So this is my big one. If you can, again, I'm going to ask again. If I don't see the red hearts, that means you're not paying attention. You might be just doing something or whatever. And I'm not going to waste my time. I don't want to waste yours. So I'll wait till we get some taps, and then I'm going to show you there's deals out here. So if you want me to do that, tap the screen to let me know, because that's the only way I'm going to know. Okay? That's the only way I'm going to know is by you tapping the screen. Anybody? Okay? So let me show you something. Let's look for some deals out here because they're all around. Somebody just gave me 3 taps. I'm always amused when I come on this platform. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to pick a city and state. I'm going to wait till we get to 10,000 likes, then I'll start picking. But, I'm just going to do it my own. Let's see here. What city and state should I choose? City and state I'm going to choose. Let's see. And guys, if you like this, I always tell people, man, just tap the screen. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. But I'm going to wait till we get to 10,000 likes. I think that's fair. 10,000 is good. But right now, I just picked San Antonio. I'm going to show you the deals that are out here in San Antonio. Okay, look at this. San Antonio, 15,000 MLS deals, 1,000 pre-foreclosures, auctions, bank owns, cash buyers, liens, vacant, high equities. There's all kind of deals out here. You can turn around, rent these things out, get them cash flowed, and make money. Because the name of the game really is getting paid every single month, the cash flow. I don't worry about equity capture so much because that just comes in time. But what does matter to me is getting cash flow every single month because we all got bills to pay. So that's really the key. All right, so as far as those wanting to get into real estate, if you're a high income earner, I always say this all the time because it's just the truth, because it makes it easy if you're a high income earner, if you're trying to figure out where to put your money, if you're retired and have your retirement money, good way to get into real estate. If you've got a lot of money saved up, if you've got like other investments and you want to, you converted it and you got some cash sitting around, real estate is really good to get into. The tax write-off, it's got so many benefits. All right. All right, let me pick another city and state. I'm going to pick another city and state. Let's see what city and state I should pick. I just came up with a random one because nobody's tapping. So I picked Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky might be a good one. Let's see what's out here for Lexington, Kentucky. Watch this one. Lexington, Kentucky. Look. 1,400 MLS, 310 pre-foreclosures, 16 auctions, 260 bank owns, 17,000 cash buyers. So when you use this software program that I use, this is what makes things easier for me. I'm able to find deals, check the deals out, do my what you call due diligence. And then I'll run them out to Section 8. Oh yeah, speaking of Section 8, I can show you this too. So for example, like Section 8, For example, like Section 8, I can rent my properties out to any city because every city has a Section 8 department. Okay, every city has a Section 8 property. So when I do that, I put my properties on here and rent them out all the time. That's why I don't have the late night phone calls. My properties get rented out. I get paid every single month, guaranteed. You see that? That's Lexington right there, Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky. Let me pick another city. I'll show you that Section 8 is at. And then you can be able to do this too. Because renting it out is where it's actually not that bad. And man, wouldn't that be nice to have an extra $2,500, $4,500 a month cash flow to where you don't have to exchange time for wages? Let's see. Let's look for another city and state that has Section 8. And I show this all the time. All right. So let me flip my screen around. Watch this. Here it is. Watch this one. This is Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Nevada. Look at all the properties that you can rent out. Oh, hold on. My screen's messing up. But you see the point. Oh, I'm screwed. Okay, you see the point here. When you put your properties on here, 581 rentals you can put on your properties to rent it out to Section 8. You put it on here on this website, you as a landlord can put it on here for free, and then you have tenants reaching out to you. What are the benefits of investing in real estate investing? I just spoke upon that, but I'll do it again because you may have just came in. But there's a lot of benefits. I get cash flow every single month. So I get paid every single month guaranteed because I'm renting to the government, and I show people how to do that. The depreciation, so they go down in value, paper loss. I get the write-offs, right? You don't get write-offs when you're investing in crypto and stocks. And then the appreciation, it goes up in value, and I get to pull the equity out. So those are some of it. It's a hedge against inflation. So your money is being lost every time, especially if y'all have a bank account. You're not understanding that inflation is eating up your money faster than what your money's going up to in a bank account, because they don't give you even 1%. But when you have your property in real estate, it goes up in value. So you get to beat inflation. It's a hedge against inflation. There's so many benefits with real estate. So many benefits with real estate. So, good question though. Very good question. Where's the good places to rent out to? And at least where's the best places to do real estate? I would say really wherever you're located. I just try to say there's only two places I would say to stay away from. It's Las Vegas. It's New York and California. They've just been known to have been higher. But it doesn't mean that if you're living in those states, you can still go somewhere else. So it's not against the law that if you're in California, it's not against the law to rent out in Texas or Alabama. Okay, so you can rent out wherever you want. Let's see here. I'm going to pick another city and state. We're not at 10,000. No biggie. No biggie. As soon as we get to 10,000, I'll show y'all deals in your area. But until then, I'm just going to pick my own, right? So let's see here. Let me pick another city and state. I haven't picked. I'm trying to think of where I have not picked. Oh, let me think of one. And I'm going to show you this. So, okay, watch this. All right, watch this. I found 6,213 properties in this city right here. Now, I picked my own. When we get to 10,000, I guess people just don't want this information. I'm not surprised. But when people want this information, I show them there's Section 8 everywhere. But look, this is Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, Illinois, look at this. There's 6,213 rentals. You can have one too when you put your properties on here. Does anybody have any questions? I'm about to do my mentorship. I got some things I got to do. But I decided to hop on real quick. I may be on later. But man, teaching people about real estate and how to get to financial freedom. We did a workshop yesterday. People enjoyed that. Got a good turnout. And what was best is Some people actually signed up, which is good because people really want to change their lives. And that's what I enjoy doing, helping people. Because I've been there before. I've been broke and I've been unhappy. But it wasn't until I got into real estate that things changed for me. And I just come out here and show people how to do this. All right? So anyway, there we go. I love, like I said, teaching people this. I'm going to show you some deal. I'm going to pick another area. We're not at 10,000. Not a big deal. I'm just trying to help people, man. You take it or you can pass it up. Most people are going to pass this up. But I like it because at least get 1 to 5 people that are like, you know what, Eric? I'm sick and tired of my situation. Yeah, I know. I was too. Let's see. Let me think of another city and state. I'm going to think of another city and state. Let's see. Um, So if y'all have any questions, put them in the chats, guys. I'm here to talk about real estate. I'm just trying to think of a place that I have not picked before. Let's see here. And I tell you, real estate is everywhere. The potential is everywhere. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let me see here. I'm actually looking at the map, trying to get some ideas. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually looking at the map. Let me do. Okay, here's another place I just picked. I'm just picking places. I mean, like I said, when we get enough taps, then I'll pick the area that y'all ask for. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show you there's so much opportunity out here. I picked Austin, Texas. Well, watch Austin, Texas. There's 559 in Austin, Texas. Look, Austin, Texas. I rent my properties out to Section 8 on here. My phone rings all the time. 559 rentals. That's just, like I said, that's just in Austin, Texas. I'm just randomly picking places, right? Trying to think of another one, but I don't worry about my properties going vacant. And then again, a lot of people are so worried about what Donald Trump is going to do. It doesn't even matter to me what he does because I have so many different methods to rent my properties out. People not understanding. You're losing the point here is that let's just say Section 8 goes away, which it won't. People have to have a place to live no matter what. So people are losing track on it. It's like, all right. Let me find another place. I'm gonna pick Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach. Watch this. Virginia Beach. So I can rent my properties out when I have them on this website, and when I do, there's Virginia Beach. I'm just randomly picking places because people think Section 8 is not in the area, and it is everywhere. Section 8 is everywhere. When I understood that I can get guaranteed income every single month, that was a game changer for me. That was a definite game changer. Let's see where else. That I can rent my properties out. And I'll show you that you can do the same thing. I'm doing Miami, Florida. Right? 1,313 rentals. 1,066. Okay? 1,066 rentals in Florida. Look, So when you put your properties on here, look, that's how you do it. Look. So I'm just showing you just the capabilities that you have if you just really take the time out to say, you know what, I want to make a difference in my life. Look, you can put your properties on here, rent them out for $3,400 a month, $4,000 a month. I mean, the list just goes on. And again, that's Miami, Florida. That's Miami, Florida, renting out to Section 8, renting out to Section 8. So yeah, I don't really worry about this. Everybody's been worried about this. It's like we're gonna be talking about this to the end of the year, but people are listening to people that are really not knowing what they're talking about, and y'all are letting them talk you out of your dreams. Oh well, Section 8 is bad. Oh well, Donald Trump is gonna get out of he's gonna get rid of Section 8, which is not even true. But y'all are listening to people that don't even do real estate, and the people that are doing real estate you don't listen to. So it's like you wonder why you're broke. It's because you just it's sad. It's sad because it's just the wrong people that you're listening to. I'm gonna pick another city and state. I'm gonna pick Atlanta, GA. Watch this. I can go on all day long. I'm just showing you. This is Atlanta, GA. Okay. Look. This is Section 8 housing. So look at all the properties that are rented out. And you too could be a landlord and rent your properties out. And when I understood this, like I said, I mean, for me, that was the game changer. That was all I needed to know. And I haven't looked back since. Renting out to Section 8 has been literally the best thing that I really found out. And it's been recession proof. I was always looking for something recession proof, but by far, real estate has been it for me. Let's look for a deal out here. I'm going to look for a deal out here. And I'm going to show you there's so much opportunity. So much opportunity out here. Let's see here. I found a house right here, a 3-bedroom house. A 3-bedroom house right here. In Atlanta, Georgia. For... Look at this. 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Look at this. Right? 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,600 square foot. Now, it's for sale, right? It's for sale. Where is it at? Let me show you. There it is right there. There's the house. There's the size and all that. Okay? But I want y'all to see this. It's like, it's for sale. And, let's see. Sale price is $144,000. $144,000. Okay? All right? But I want you to see what it's worth. It's worth $204,000. It's worth $204,000. So when you can have software program like this to help you out and take out the guesswork, makes it a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier to do real estate. So let's see what else. What else? I'm just randomly picking areas, man. I guess everybody just wants to look at areas. Hey, how you doing? That might be it for today because I got a mentorship program. I got to reach out to one of my mentees, and we're doing a consultation call. So I'm going to do that in a little bit. But yeah, guys, there's so much opportunity out here. I'm going to be on tomorrow, later on today. I did a workshop yesterday. So many people are passing up their dreams. So many people passing up their dreams. But for those that want that help, they know I'm here. I'm doing H-Town now. I'm going to try Houston, Texas. Let's see what's in Houston, Texas for properties. Let's see what's out here for H-Town. Look at this deal right here. It is for sale. Okay, I found something. Look at this deal here. So this deal here is a doozer right here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Look, list price is $169,000. Watch this. List price on this one is $169,900, and it's worth $240,000. So like I tell people, man, as soon as you sign on the dotted line, what I do with real estate, the way I do it, you make money. But you have to know what you're doing. You just can't go out there. But the key is, guys, I'm telling you, a lot of this is not even about, that. It's more so like getting your mindset right. And this is where a lot of people fail. If you don't have your mindset right, then this is not going to work. It doesn't matter about the strategies, the techniques, all my 25 years of experience, none of that's going to matter. If you don't get this right, you're not going to make it. So what are some things you got to do, guys? You got to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is, okay? And I had that struggle too at the very beginning. I needed to believe in myself. You got to open your mind up to more opportunities. A lot of people don't do that. You got to open your mind up, and you got to get rid of the naysayers out there. You got to get rid of the circle that you have, because they're not going to bring you up. A lot of them, it's going to bring you down. So you got to get around the right people, and learn as much as you can. Those are some of the things. That's just some of the things you got to do to get your mindset right. Read books. I'm going to give you 3 books you can read. Let's tap the screen. I'm going to give you 3 books that I recommend you reading. All right? And who's new to my live real quick? Who's new to my live? Put new in the chats. I'm curious to know who is new to my live. Anybody new to my live? We got 20 people. Who's new to my live real quick? As you can see, I'm a big reader. I love reading books. Carla is new. Anita G is new. User 23704 is new. Thank you for... Or who's new and following me? Who is new and following me? Health Journal. Never saw you before. Okay, yeah, some people have not seen me before. Who else is new to my live? Health Journey, Reuser. Just followed you. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I meant new and following me, yeah. Health Journey is new and following me. Okay, look guys, there's so much opportunity out here. I say this all the time because it's the truth, and I just show you, I was just like everybody else, struggling, trying to figure out a way. But I got tired of the day-to-day grind by working at corporate America, working at these plant jobs, and having 2 kids and a wife. I found my freedom through real estate. Financial freedom and time freedom. I get to do what I want when I want. I'm not going to let corporate America tie me down. It just wasn't going to happen for me. Looking back, I kind of laugh at it, but that's how we were taught. That's how we were taught. We didn't know any better. Matter of fact, let me show you one of my deals so you can see how this works. If you want to see one of my deals, tap the screen and give me a thumbs up. I just got finished with a workshop yesterday, and it was on. It was on. I like it when people learn this stuff and they want to learn. That's what keeps me going. I love it when people want to learn this stuff and they're like, Eric, show me how to do this, because I'm sick and tired of being broke. I'm sick and tired of trying to make ends meet. I'm sick and tired of working for somebody else, getting paid on Friday, and then got to wait till Monday. All right? Some people just don't understand that, right? And then you're going to work all the way until you pass away. You're going to work, some of y'all are 40, 50 years old, and unfortunately, y'all have nothing to show for it. You have no assets, you have no passive income, you're building no wealth. That's most people right there. I'm telling you. If you've been to my lives, you know I know what I'm talking about. All right? But I'm just telling you, there's a different way. There is another way, and it's up to you. You're 30 years old. You're 40 years old. Once you get around 40, you start to say, wait a minute, retirement's around the corner, and I ain't got nothing in my bank account. You start turning around 50, retirement's knocking on the door, and you turn around being like, man, where did my life go? You done tell me I done worked all these years, sacrificed everything for this company, and I don't even have $2,000 in a bank account? Man, what am I going to do? This is where the juncture is, where most people are that I deal with. And I try to show, man, there is another way. Buy assets to where they throw off cash flow, just like I've done and taught many of my students. And this is how you get to financial freedom and time freedom, okay? And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to give you a glimpse of what I do and what I teach. I'm going to show you one of my deals, but we got to really run this likes up, share this information, and I'm going to be on again tonight. But let's really run the likes up. I mean, really, really run it up. Somebody said, that's me. I need your help. I got you. I got you. And right here is free right now. I'm just showing you some stuff. Here's one of my deals right here. I bought this house in 2019. I'm going to show you some before pictures, after pictures. I'm going to talk about financing, but I go way more detail when I do my workshop. I just got finished with one, okay? But let me give you a little hint. This is how you do this. Do y'all not like this, that I'm actually teaching you this? I'm not showing you any boats, cars. I don't have no jewelry. I mean, I got my wedding ring. That's my band. But don't y'all like that? Man, I'm not showing any boats, cars, yachts. Because your time is your most valuable asset. We tend to lose track on that. I saw one yes. What's going on, Danny? Some people just miss it. They don't get it. All right, I bought this house in 2019, and I'm still renting it out. The goal is buy cash flow, get tenants in there, link with the government, get paid every single month guaranteed. You get enough properties, you don't have to work for somebody else till the day you pass away. You don't have to do that. All right, watch this. All right, here's one of my properties right here. I show this one all the time. For those that have been here a long time, you know, but check this out. This is a product that I bought. My realtor brought this to me. He said, hey, Eric, you might want to check out this property. I already knew what it was worth before I even went to go look at it because I did my research on it using that software program that I just talked about, and the one I'll be talking about it in my next workshop. But look how bad this home is. See, this is what I want to give you a key on. I want you to understand something. When you can buy properties that need rehab, that's how you're going to win. I made money on this deal as soon as I signed on the dotted line. All right? All right. Let's go. Let's tap the screen. Let's run the likes up because here's what I want you to see. I want you to understand that you can do this. You don't have to be chained down to corporate America. You don't have to give up your peace for a paycheck. Stop giving up your peace for a paycheck. Understand that you can be able to do this. You just need to tap in. All right, look how bad the carpet is. Wallpaper is bad. But you don't need to be an interior decorator. You don't have to have a degree for this. You don't need a license. I show you all day how to buy these properties, get them at discounted prices just like I do, and I teach my students and how you can go out there and rent these things out so you can get your time back. Time freedom, financial freedom. All right, now, if you're ready to see the after pictures, you need to run the likes up. I mean, really run them up. I always tell people, I already know how to do this. This is easy for me because I've done it so many times, right? Just like for you guys, scrolling on TikTok is simple for you, right? Because you've done it so many times and you love it. Working at your corporate America job is simple. You know how to do it, but you don't like it. How about getting into something that you can change? And it's up to you. If you don't change your situation, you're choosing it, all right? If you don't change your situation, you're choosing it. Here's the after pictures of that same property. Watch this. I want y'all to see this now. Here is the after pictures. Look. Totally different than what it was before. Totally different than what it was before. And I never went over there and worked on my properties. Okay? I never went over there and worked on my properties. You don't have to either. But look at the transformation. It took me no time to rent this property out. Before I even had it finished rehab, I had already had a tenant sign on the contract, a Section 8 family. You see how I get everything replaced? And I didn't pay out of pocket for the rehab. Okay, I didn't pay out of pocket for the rehab. It's something called creative finance, and I'll be talking about that. And I always like to talk about that in my workshops because people always have questions, and that's why I like to do that. But look, the house is totally different. Now, what you don't see and what you don't understand, you saw the transformation. Who saw the transformation from what it was before and now? Give me a thumbs up and tap the screen. Nope, not a 203K loan. 203K loan only works in your primary home. That only works in your primary home. That doesn't work on a second property or an investment property. But you get the hint. But I'm going to tell you something. I teach people all day. I teach hundreds of people, thousands of people how to do this all day long, especially through my workshops. But you can be able to do this. I'm curious. Where's everybody from in here? I'm really curious because I have something I got coming up pretty soon that me and my team are thinking about doing. Where are y'all from? All right. Put in the chats, where are you from? City and state. Somebody's from Miami. Somebody's from Atlanta. Somebody's from Maryland. Okay. I'm asking because where are you from? Somebody's from Canada. Okay. Where you reside at right now is the question. Where do you live at right now? I'm curious. So we got some people from all over. Somebody from Houston, somebody from North Carolina, Concord. Okay. I'm asking because me and my team are putting something together to where we're going to be doing an in-person workshop. I'm actually in the city that I'm in. I'm going to be hosting a workshop coming up, so it's going to be live with me, and I'm only going to be able to do a few people, but I'm going to have a sign-up list real soon, probably even tonight. But it'll be in Houston, and I'm going to have a selected few people. But again, I'll have a sign-up list coming up. I was just trying to get an idea because I don't know where most of my people are from, right? But again, I'm going to be in there live at an actual structure, actual building, and I'll be teaching in there. So we're thinking about doing that. We're getting things set up, and that's going to be on. So I'm kind of transitioning. I still do my Zoom workshops virtual, but the biggest and the greatest impact is when I could be able to meet you personally inside of a building and I could spend time with you for 2 to 3 hours and teaching you how to do this. I don't know who would like that. Maybe nobody would like it. I don't know. I know when I go on other social media platforms, they love this information. So I don't know how TikTok's going to feel about it, how you guys, but I know when I go to the other ones, man, they love this. They love it and they love changing their lives, and that's what I like. But I'm going to be hosting a workshop again in person at a location in H-Town. So people are loving it, and I like it, and I like doing this. So this will be my first one as far as in person. So I'm excited about it. I've already got previews from other social media platforms. The other ones, they love it. They're just waiting for the list to get on. So this is one I just came on just now, just asking, and everybody seems like they're kind of lukewarm, but it's no big deal because I'm going to be able to teach people, and we're going to be able to learn this in person. I've never done it before in person, and they're gonna really love this. So I can't wait because I get excited about that. So for those that will be interested, again, I might be putting that up tonight, but I'm only gonna have a selected few. I don't want a lot of people. Yeah, I do Section 8. That's what I do. Section 8. That's what I teach. And I'll be teaching that in my workshop. I'll be teaching how to find deals, how to get funding for your deals, and I'll be talking about Section 8. So yeah, that's what I specialize in, is Section 8. But I also could do other ones too, like traveling nurses and insurance companies. But man, this is gonna be good. This in-person workshop that I got is gonna be good. Again, I'll be in there live, in person, free food. I'm gonna have food catered out for us. So you're gonna be spending a couple of hours with me. But man, this is gonna be jam-packed of information and transformational. And that's really what I want to be able to do now. So I've already went to 4 other different platforms. They're ready for it. They're like, Eric, when are you going to put it out? And I'm just letting people know right now. I'm just trying to get an idea right now. So this was the last platform that I came on and asked. So, but I get great reviews from the other platforms. So I just wanted to know. But yes, I do Section 8. That's what I specialize in. All right. Does anybody have any questions about anything about real estate? Like I says, I'll be on later on tonight, and I'll probably be putting the list up on this platform. But yeah, I'm going to be doing it in person. I think that's going to be great, man, for people that really want to see me and that I can see them instead of just virtual. Virtual is good, but man, nothing beats in person. Nothing beats in person. And again, like I said, we'll be live. I might even have a VIP section for people that want to do one-on-one with me. So I've got a lot of ideas. So yeah, that's the game plan. All right. So we're at almost 5. I got to do a consultation with somebody next. I'll probably be on later. But yeah, I just love coming on here and teaching people, man. I just like teaching people. I like watching people transform their life. I remember what it was being like in y'all's situation. But knowing that I can have income coming in and I don't have to be so stressed out of corporate America, my goodness, that's a game changer. Being able to spend time with my family. My daughter works in the business. My son works part-time in the business. My wife is in the business. So we've grown a lot over the past few years, but yeah, I'm enjoying this. I really am emphatic about it, and I enjoy it. All right. So, guys, I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for coming in. You might want to set the notification bell because I will be on again. And then all through the week, maybe on and off. But yeah, I'm just showing people how to get to financial freedom. I've done all the hard work, of all the stress, all the anxiety. So you don't have to. You just follow my lead. And again, I'll be teaching this. I just got finished with a virtual workshop yesterday. People enjoyed it. They loved it. So now I'm back out again, reaching people, helping people out. So there you go. And again, this upcoming workshop is going to be in person, and it's going to be good. And I can't wait. I get excited about it. But like I said, this was the last platform I came to. The other ones were excited about it. I got a couple of people that are excited about it, looks like, on here. So it doesn't matter. It's going to be popping. It's going to be on and popping, so I can't wait. For those that miss out, you're just going to miss out. If you want to sit on the sideline, you can, but you can't win by being on the sideline. That's impossible. So for those that are really ready and saying, you know what, Eric, I'm ready to make some things happen in my life, and we got the new year coming up. Oh yeah. I'm gonna really be hitting the pavement, helping people out. I don't want those to be stuck and have 2025 to be like 2026. So we're gonna jumpstart this early. So I can't wait. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, guys. I'll see y'all in the next live.